Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, E-Nurse, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. Let me know how your Sunday evening is going. Happy Sunday. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Truly, I appreciate you for being here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's going very well. Good, 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 good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Tonight is our prayer and preparation live. We talk about prayer and preparation. We're preparing for the week. So that's what we are doing tonight. Preparing you guys for the week. Listen, I finally put my tree up. E-Nurse, do you have your tree up? I finally put my tree up, y'all. Maybe I'm gonna show y'all my tree probably like on Tuesday, because I did my other lives. But your girl finally put her tree up. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Took me long enough, y'all, right? Kay, creative corner. Kay, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Miss Leslie, welcome in. Kay, no tree. Oh, you don't have no tree. Kay, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live. No tree. You said no tree. I finally put mine up. So no judgment here. I definitely finally got the tree up. I was like, oh, I need to do it. I need to do it. And I finally got it up, y'all. So it looks nice. Kay, welcome back in. Welcome back in. Truly appreciate y'all for being here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Again, I finally put mine up again. But it snowed in Philly, y'all. Listen, it snowed. Minister, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live. Hey y'all, welcome in, hey y'all. So it snowed in Philly, y'all. Okay. So it definitely, I'm like, oh, we got some snow. Boss lady, welcome in, welcome in. We got some snow. So, being snowed in a little bit, forced me to kind of like, do the my look crazy. Forcing me to kind of put the tree up. So it was definitely good. Definitely good. But welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Glad that your Sunday evening is going well. Let me know how your Sunday evening is going. Truly appreciate everyone for being here, liking out the live, sharing it out. If we can tap out the live, if we can share it out. Tonight is our Sunday prayer and preparation, you guys. We are preparing for the week. We are preparing for the week. If your money has been heavy on your heart, this reset is for you. We are resetting tonight, you guys. We are resetting tonight. Man, again, if you've been stressed about your money, if you've been during the holiday season, spending, tonight is going to be a reset, and a couple of things that I can encourage you guys to do. As the new year comes, thank you so much for liking out the live. If you guys can also grab your daily heart meat, that would be greatly appreciated, you guys. And if you can share it out to anybody that may be heavy in reference to their personal finances, walking into the new year. We got about 2.5 weeks, you guys, or like 3 more weeks in 2025. So just trying to get our personal finance together. So many things that are happening, changes. How are you pivoting this year? What things do you want to do differently this year next year that you didn't do this year? Give yourself grace when it comes down to, your personal finances. So we're going to talk about all of the things, but welcome in, welcome in. For if anybody is watching on the replay on YouTube, I'm really glad you're here. Sunday nights, again, you guys, it's all about it's about pausing. It's about not rushing, not carrying everything into Monday. Who is determined not to carry things into Monday, y'all? I know one of the things for me, you guys, like with my work schedule, I have been working on the weekends, and I was like, I'm changing my for the kingdom. Hey, friend. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Hi, Madison. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody watching on the hey, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, friend. Truly appreciate you for being here. Happy Sunday. Hopefully, your Sunday. Where's everyone? I don't know where everyone is at. Hello, Coco. Hello. Got that retwist. No, friend. I need one. I need one. No, I need one. And your girl is about to. Oh, hi, Coco. Hey. Fresh is not fresh, friend. What is not fresh? For surely not. The self help fantastic. I'm talking about me. Oh, friend. You like, girl, I'm talking about me. Oh, you got that good well, listen, you got that good retwist. Yes, I love it, love it, love it. OMG, your hair is looking fabulous, girl. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking out the live. If you guys can again get your daily heart, if we can tap out the live, you guys, we wanted to get it to the first 10K. The first 10 minutes of the live, if you guys could share it out. Self-help fantastic. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. Money Crucials. Welcome in, welcome in. So truly, also you got that good retweets. Let me know how your Sunday evening is going. Thank you so much for everyone that's being here. If your money has been heavy on your heart, this reset is for you. Tonight we're talking about reset, you guys. Tonight's live is always about prayer and preparation for the week. People that may not know me, or all the new people that are here, my name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. I am a financial coach, so I specialize in budgets, saving money, and getting out of debt. So if that is something that you are interested in or that you like to hear, you are in the right room. Pure Intentions. Hey, friend. Hey, friend, welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heartbeat. Hey, friend, welcome in, welcome in. Pure, thank you so much for being here. Ash, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. And yeah, you guys, again, like, prayer and preparation, this live is always about, like, how can we prepare ourselves for the week? Happy Sunday, friend. Happy Sunday, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you. Sunday is good, full of catching Z soon. Nice, Pure. Thank you so much for the populars. Sunday is good. Yeah, Sundays is like, I try to get my mind mentally prepared for the week, you guys. Washing clothes, doing all of the things. Thank you so much for the tiny dinies. I think it's like the Christmas dinings or whatever. Thank you so much for your so yeah, I try to reset my mind. It's a Christmas, the tiny Christmas. Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah. So I try to, reset my mind. And lately I have been working on the weekend. Thank you so much for sharing out the live, friend. I have been working on the weekend. So I was like, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is going to my manager, you guys. And your girl is not working weekends no more. Okay. I'd rather grind Monday through Friday. And then L, welcome in, friend, welcome in. And then have my weekends to myself, because it's just a lot. Like, I'm like, thank you so much, L, for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Thank you so much. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so good evening, friend. Good evening. Truly appreciate you. So I know that's right. Yes, y'all. Like, I'm like, at first I was thinking like, oh, you figure, because I was only working like 4 hours on the weekend, like only on the Saturday. But then I just feel like, you know what, it's just a little too much. Like, even though it's 4 hours, like, I have an office and I don't want to see that office. Elle, thank you so much for the tiny dimes. I don't want to see that office, y'all, on Saturdays or Sunday. Like, I don't want to walk in there. Okay. Like, I'd rather just grind it out, do an extra hour or a couple hours during the week. So then that way, no. Yes, like, I just don't want to go in that office. I don't want to do any of that. Plus, I was sitting up there saying I'm going back to school in 2026. I'm working on my degree. I'm trying to work on my MBA. So I need to just have my weekends for school and other things. So yeah, just resetting, you guys. I think it's so important. And that we reset. And then I feel like this time, going into 2026, how are we going to prepare our finances? What are you going to do different? What's some of your goals? What are things that you are going to work toward? How are you shifting things? I think that this season is a time for pivot and shift and change. So these are the things I want you guys to be thinking about when it comes down to your personal finance. What are you thinking about doing differently? What things do you want to work towards when it comes down to 2026? Do you want to say, do you want to make sure you pay off more debt? Do you want to save more money? Do you want to really get on a budget and stick to it? These are some of the things that we can be thinking about. So one question I have for you guys is, what's one word that describes how your money has felt lately? Welcome in, Thriving with Ramona. Welcome in. If you could describe one word on how your money has felt lately, put it in the chat. One word could be stressed, tired, hopeful. If you could put in the chat one word of how your money has been feeling lately. I'm trying to think, y'all. Put it in the chat. How has my money have been feeling? Woo! I feel like Cherie, welcome in. I would say if it was one word for how my money has felt lately, I would say stretched. My money is like, girl, you stretching me. You use every dollar spent. Oh, Elle said, girl, it's spent. I love that. You like spent. This chef, welcome in. You like spent. My money is like, girl, you stretching me. Girl, I can't be stretched no more. That's how I feel, y'all. That's how I feel. I feel like my money is definitely seeing that, because it's like I'm stretching every sitting dollar. Okay. I'm stretching every dollar this month, definitely, for sure. So let me know who else in the chat. If you could describe one word on how your money has felt lately, put it in the chat, you guys. Let me know. I'm Jerry. Welcome in. Let me know. If you want to describe one word, how has your money been feeling? Is it like tired? Is your money feeling tired? Is it hopeful? Is it like, girl, like, let me know. Let me know in the chat. But again, you guys, again, we're talking about, just preparing for our week. I feel like it's so important to, before you plan a new week, we need to release the old one. Oof. It's so important. Before we plan for this upcoming week, we need to release the old one for sure. Last week, you may have overspent. Last week, you may have avoided your numbers. Last week, you may have felt behind. But guilt is not a strategy. Grace is. I'm going to repeat that again. Guilt is not a strategy. Grace is. So if you have felt guilty about the money decisions that you've made last week, if you have felt guilty about overspending, if you feel guilty about this whole holiday season, there's just a lot going on and you feel like you're spending too much, let that be in last week. This is a new week. Thank God that his grace and mercy is new. Okay. Every week, you guys, and know that and the scripture says his mercies are new every morning. His mercies are new every morning. So don't let the guilt from last week's decisions, last week's overspending or whatever it is. Maybe it was a good week for you and it wasn't a bad one. So that's good. But Wet and Fluffy, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Truly appreciate you. So again, we were just talking about, before we plan a new week, we need to release the old one. What is one thing, you guys, if you could put in the chat, what is one thing you're giving yourself grace for tonight? What is one thing? Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Y'all got the flash goal already. Let me see what the flash goal is, y'all. Flash goal is 4 roses. If you guys can help me out with my flash goal, it is 4 roses. It's 1 rose per person. If you guys would like to help me with my flash goal, it's 1 rose per person. Truly appreciate what, and Fluffy, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. And if you guys could help me out with the goal, 1 rose per person. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for welcome in. So yeah, when we talk about what are you giving yourself grace for tonight? What are you giving yourself grace for when it comes down to your money? Thank you so much for the populars. What are you giving yourself grace for? Are you giving yourself grace for holiday spending? Are you giving yourself grace in reference to, the Christmas holiday? Maybe you don't have as much funds that you normally would have. What are you giving yourself grace for this week? Release it. You don't owe anything. You don't owe last week anything. Okay. We got to give ourselves grace when it comes down to our money and our finances. For waiting until the last minute to do holiday shopping. Keish, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. OL, okay. Yes, giving yourself grace for waiting until the last minute to do holiday shopping. Listen, most people are doing holiday shopping last minute, L, so you are not like alone. Listen, friend, I just did my I just did my tree. And yeah, and I didn't even like do Christmas shopping yet. So, and I literally just talked to my mom, and she was just telling me what she want for Christmas, y'all. So this is how late I am. So don't feel bad at all. Definitely. Definitely. Keish, welcome in, welcome in. We are talking about what are you giving yourself grace for tonight in reference to your personal finances. So put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What are we giving ourselves grace for? I would say the same thing. I'm giving myself grace for not even doing holiday shopping yet, or not even putting up my tree, which I just did, you guys. So definitely giving myself grace for that. Like, because some people been had their tree. I'll be looking around my neighborhood, y'all, and people been had their tree up and everything. Your girl is late to it. So definitely giving myself grace when it comes down to that. Anyone else want to put in the chat, you guys, what you're giving yourself grace for when it comes down to your money? Sai, welcome in, welcome in. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, you guys. Let me know. Truly appreciate everyone for being here and liking out the live. Where are we at? 1.6K. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, okay. Let me see. Also like, I know like Sundays is always a day, you guys, that I feel like, for the busyness is a day for us to just have some like quiet time. Angie, welcome in, have some quiet time and just kind of have a reset. What are some of the things you guys do to prepare for the new week? Are there some routines in place? How are you preparing mentally for the new work week? Okay, how are you preparing financially for the new work week? Are you cooking your meals this week? Are you preparing, what you're going to cook this week? Let me know in the chat, maybe some routines that you have in reference to, the upcoming week. Are there some routines that you put in place? Because I always tell my clients, these are one of the things that I say all the time, you guys. We have to put systems in place and routines in place. Use me, is it us, man? But welcome in, friend. Welcome in. We have to put some routines in place, you guys, because the routines are going to carry you when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you don't feel like planning meals so you don't have to eat out. Yes, I think that is so, so important. Listen, if you do not, what's the saying? I feel like I always mess the saying up, y'all, but it's so true. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Veronica, welcome in, welcome in. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you guys, we have to prepare. That's it. I know I always feel like I say it wrong, Fred. I always feel like I say it wrong, but it's so true. We have to plan. And I know for me, the biggest thing in my house, y'all, is about the food. Like my kids be like, Mom, what we gonna eat? What we gonna eat? That's just like the constant theme. Mom, what we gonna eat? And if it's like if you don't prepare, then it's easily my mom. Can we just, can we just eat out real quick? Can we go to Chick-fil-A? Can we go here? But it's so easy to do that. And especially when you don't worked all day and you don't feel like getting on the stove. So it's like preparing ahead of time so we can be prepared. So then we won't be tempted to spend that fast food. Because listen, y'all, fast food got your girl in a chokehold. Okay, put it in the chat if fast food is one of your struggles, okay? Because fast food is one of my struggles, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I just don't feel like it. But it's like if we really want to reach some of our financial goals, then fast food is kind of one of the things that we need to really work on. So put it in the chat, you guys. Maybe some other things that you work on or being prepared for the week. I know my mom used to put like this routines, and for us, we used to like put our clothes out for the week. So if you're at a job, are you preparing for your uniforms? Again, are you preparing for your meals? What are you doing? But putting systems in place, putting routines in place will just allow you to stay consistent with your goals, especially financially, you guys, especially financially. Let me change this. Welcome in, welcome in. What is this? Oh, the 2 roses. And if you guys can help me out with the flash goal, it's 8 people in the room. You guys, if we can get 2 more roses, you guys, that will be greatly appreciated so we can reach our flash goal, because TTB wanting us to get these flash goal, you guys. So it's 1 rose per person. If you guys could send 1 rose. A Marie, welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Let me see. 1 rose, you guys. All right. Yep. So we just preparing for the week as much as we can. Preparing for our week. Point number 2 would be reset your mind before your money. Ooh, y'all. Reset your mind before your money. Scissor, welcome in. And Tyson, hey friend. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. That's good. Yes, reset your mind before your money. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. If your mind is overwhelmed, your money will be too. Woo, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is like so true. If your mind is all over the place, if it's chaotic, if it's just like, oh my God, I gotta do this, your money's gonna be all over the place. You're not even gonna look at your money, okay? Listen, you guys, I say it all the time. Like, how many times you've been at maybe working shifts at, so many shifts at your job or doing overtime. You make good, making good money and all that stuff, but your finances is still just all over the place because your mind is chaotic. You're doing thousands of things. I got to do this, especially if you are a mom, if you got more than 1 kid, you're trying to figure out, okay, I got to do this for this one. I got to do this for this one. I got to do this, that. You got to remember your stuff and they stuff, okay? And if you all over the place mentally, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this for my mom. I got to do this for my family, whatever the place. Oh, if you are, thank you so much for sharing. I thought if you are all over the place mentally, y'all, your money will be too. Your money's going to be chaotic because number 1, you're not going to feel like looking at the money. Number 2, you're not going to track it because you don't got time and you tired. Okay. So it's going to be all of the things. So we need to reset our mind before our money. It's so, so important. Reset your mind. Peace isn't something you stumble into. It's something you prepare for. Whoa, yo, like I'm just gonna say it again. So make sure that y'all taking some notes, okay? Peace, right, is something peace isn't something you stumble into. Like we just gonna stumble into peace when it comes down to our finance. We just gonna stumble into becoming a millionaire or whatever. We just gonna stumble into these things. You don't stumble into becoming a millionaire. You don't stumble into being good with your money and saving and getting out of that. You don't stumble into none of these, okay? It is something we prepare for. It's something that we diligently do over and over and over again. When we tired, when we exhausted, whatever the case may be, we were on a plan to get out of debt. We're on a plan to save money. You don't stumble into these things. So that's why it's so important, you guys. Put some systems in place. Modlock Level, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. You know, these are things that we are not stumbling on. If you really want to get better with your money, if you really want to transform your finances, if you really want to build that emergency fund, you want to pay off debt, these is something that we prepare for. We write it down. We be on, get on a strategy, decide that this is what you're going to do in reference to your money. So remember, reset your mind before your money. We got to reset our mind, you guys. We got to reset our minds. So again, if you are overwhelmed, if you're all over the place, if you're feeling chaotic in your mind, Sundays, again, it's all about prayer and preparation. How can we prepare to be successful for the upcoming week? What can we do? What can we put systems? What routines can we create that's going to allow us to be successful when it comes down to our money and our finances? Okay. So tonight, we're not doing everything. We're choosing one thing, right? One thing. So what is one habit you want to simplify this week? Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. What's one habit you're going to simplify this week? Put it in the chat, you guys. Put it in the chat. What's one habit that you want to simplify this week? Welcome in. Welcome in. And that one habit could be, again, tracking your expenses. The one habit can be, I'm just going to prepare. Welcome in, love. Welcome in. I'm just going to prepare, my meals this week. Another one could be, I'm going to make sure that I know exactly the bills coming out of my account this week. We want to simplify things as much as we can. Clarity comes when you stop trying to fix everything at once, you guys. If you want to be clear with your money, if you are seeking clarity and you feel chaotic when it comes down to your money, we can't fix everything at one time, you guys. We just can't do it. Okay. Because it's like, it says what, I forgot what the saying is. I need to look and see what subscriptions can go in 2026. Oh, I love that. Subscriptions, man, I could do a whole live on that. Oh, I can do a whole live on it. Subscriptions is one of when I tell you the biggest, like, small money leaks of your money, I can't tell you how many times I can just, when I, let me know when you do. Yes, listen, I can do a whole live on that, because it's like subscriptions. You just, how you just be signing up, oh, like that's $4 or that's $5 or this or that, and it just add up, and you just be like, wait a minute, where's it going? And you just feel like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I forgot I signed up for this. Oh, I forgot I did this. Or it's just like all over the place. And again, and see, this is the thing about subscriptions though. Like, the thing about subscriptions is they small. So it's like the $10 you may not miss in the account, right? The $15 you may not miss. That's why, subscriptions, they are one of like the smallest money leaks. It don't make no sense, because they are counting on you to forget it. Exactly. That's why it's small enough, right? Where honestly, you have to really be diligent with your numbers and know it to really pay attention to the subscriptions. You just really have to, because it's like, you're not really going to pay attention to $6 here, $10 here. You're not going to pay it. And especially if it's not coming all together, you know what I mean? So you just think, oh, well, okay, $10 for Netflix, or, $5.99 for this, that. But that's the whole point of, these subscriptions, right? Is like, it's small enough for you to forget it. You just set it and forget it. You ain't going to forget about it. And then you look back and be like, oh my God, I've been paying this thing for a year. You add it up, you'd be like, oh my gosh, and I didn't even use it, or I don't even watch it, or this. So it's just like the subscriptions, man, that definitely could be a whole number live. And it's just, again, It's, when you're doing so much, when you're working, you have 2 jobs, you're working overtime, you're trying to do things, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a sister, you're a daughter, you're trying to do all of these things at one time. You're not worried about no $9.99 subscriptions, because it's just like all over the place. You got so much bigger fish to fry, right? Y'all, we got bigger fish to fry than just worried about it. But it's like those can add up, those can add up. And especially, like, and I do believe that subscriptions are good, long as you're getting value from it, or you're using it, right? Like, some people have like the gym membership and they never use it. Then you just giving the gym $20 or whatever you're giving it to them, and you never use it. It's like, you know, if you're not going to use it. And again, I feel like this is the time going into January, going into January, looking at all that stuff is a perfect time. It's like, okay, in 2026, what needs to go? What didn't I use in 2025 that I'm still paying for? Okay, if it's like a gym membership and you only went, twice in a whole year, then maybe we need to reevaluate it. Maybe we, need to not use it. It could be something else, like, the Netflix, the Hulu. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in, love. It could be the Netflix, the Hulu, all of that. It's like, okay, let me see how often I really use this. Is it what? Hey, friend. Hey. Love bug pretty. Welcome in, friend. Hey, friend. Yeah, so all of the subscriptions, again, it's like they're so easy to not pay attention to. But again, sometimes when we want to really be tight with our money, right? If we want to really, increase some things, let's say that we trying to pay off debt. Again, you may think, oh, it's $9.99, but if you add up all those subscriptions that you didn't use, maybe it could be $100 or $200 in that month, right? Again, that could have went to debt, right? That could have went to your emergency savings. That could have went to your high yield savings account. You could have gained some compound interest or some higher interest on it. So again, Miss Leslie, welcome in. Pure Act, welcome in, welcome in. So again, this is so important. Again, guys, to be looking at your finances, looking at some things that you want to do differently. And remember, reset your mind before your money. Remember that. Remember that. Dominican Shorty, welcome in, welcome in. Reset your mind before your money. Okay, clarity comes when you stop trying to fix everything at once. Okay, we can't fix everything at once, you guys. One thing at a time. And one of the other things, you guys, that's why I love the Sunday lives, and it's so, so, so important. I probably can't say this enough, you guys. Invite God into your finances. I can't say it again. I can't say it again. I'm going to say it again. Invite God into your finances. It's so important. Invite God into your finances. God doesn't need perfection, y'all. He doesn't need perfection. He needs permission. He needs permission. When you invite God into your finances, you stop carrying it alone. Creative minds, welcome in, welcome in. One of the scripture verse said, Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. I'm going to say that again, y'all. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Commit your finances to God. Allow him to increase your finances. Allow him to, to give you strength to stick to the budget, to save the money, to get out of debt. Invite him into your finances. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. What area of your finances needs God's guidance right now, you guys? Put it in the chat, Miss. What area of your finances needs God's guidance? And let me know. Mrs. Treetop, welcome in, friend, or welcome in. Put it in the chat, you guys. It's so, so important. I can't say it enough. That when I invited God into my finances, when I really stopped saying, okay, I could just do this myself, and God, I got this, because that's what your girl was saying. God, I got this. I don't think I need your help in this area, okay? But when I finally really invited God into my finances, like, Lord, listen, I need you to help me in this area, because your girl needs to make more money, okay? God, I need a raise, okay? I need a raise. I need to be, inviting God into our finances. And then how are we being good stewards of what he has given us? Because technically they say in the Bible that everything that we have is his already, that we are just being good stewards, and we are just being, we're just stewarding over what he has given us. So how are you being good stewards of what God has given you already? Are you making sure that you take some time and you're tithing into your local church? Are you making sure that you're being generous with your money? Okay. Are you giving? Are you, three things that I tell people all the time that we all should be doing with our money: giving, saving, and spend. Give, save, and spend. You need to be, if you are not a person of faith, but generosity still needs to be part of what you do with your money. Be generous. If you are not a person of faith, but you have a favorite charity, giving back to, the local community. There are so many ways that you can give. We all need to be doing that, whether you are a believer or not. We all need to be generosity is so important. So important. So make sure that you are giving. If you are a believer, we need to make sure we are tithing. Tithing, you guys. We need to, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, when it comes down to tithing, okay, let me tell y'all, okay. Your girl was, Latoya, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Your girl was, I was tithing like what I kind of wanted to tithe. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I was like tithing, I was giving to the church, but was it the 10%? No, it wasn't. And I'm not gonna lie, your girl, God definitely pierced my heart when it came down to that. Now, there were moments in my life where I felt like I just couldn't, like, God, I can't give the 10%, and I don't feel like God like condemns us in reference to that. But his word does say it, though. His word does say it. And I remember just feeling like, especially when, I remember when I first started making six figures. I'm gonna be very honest and transparent. I first started making six figures, you guys, and your girl was not tithing 10%. And I just remember me feeling like, I make great money, but I'm still not still not tithing at the 10%. I'm still not, and again, my money was kind of like all over the place. But I will say that, and I don't say this, just, say it, but I really feel like, totally, you guys, when I start giving back to God, when I start really transforming, giving my 10%, doing like my finances transformed. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Like, my finances were just all over the place. And I remember feeling like, well, God, if I give the 10%, I'm not gonna be able to pay this, I'm not gonna be able to do this, I'm not gonna be, but God says in his word that, like, do we trust him enough that he won't give us room enough to receive? I forgot the whole scripture, you guys, but y'all know what I'm saying, right? It's just like, listen, we need to be diligent. We need to be good stewards of what he has given us. So that way he can trust us with more, right? He can trust us with more. So you may be in a season where you feel like, dang, like, you know what? Dre, welcome in, welcome in. You may be in a season where you're like, dag, man, I just really can't give the 10%. You know what I mean? Start giving something. Let generosity be a habit that you have of your money, and then work your way up to the 10%. Okay. Maybe you say, you know what, Lord, I could start with 5%, or maybe I could start with 3%. Start somewhere. Generosity should be a habit of yours. It should be who you are. It should be a character of who you are. Okay. Generosity. How are we giving? How can we help somebody else out? Is so important, you guys. So if you don't remember anything that I say off of this live, remember to invite God into your finances, invite God into your plan. Okay. Make sure that we are giving, God what he owes, is 10%, So what are you trusting God this week for? What are we trusting God this week for? It's so important. What are you trusting God this week for when it comes down to your finances? And especially during the holiday season, you guys, it's just so important, And again, I remember, talking to my other lives, that sometimes, during the holiday season, when you're spending so much, it could just be maintenance. I feel like it's nothing wrong with saying that, you know what, God, I just want to maintain what I have right now. right? I don't want to go into any more debt. I don't want to swipe any more credit cards. I just want to maintain what I have. And that's okay. I feel like December can be the month of maintenance, right? Where you just like, I just want to maintain. I don't want to do anything extra. I don't want to go into credit card debt. Sandra, welcome in, welcome in. These are some of the things that is okay to do in December, especially because December is such a high month of spending, you guys. It's so much spending, spending, spending. So your money has been heavy on your heart. This reset, these are things that we can reset. Remember, walking into Sunday night is so important. Spend some time with God, invite God into your finances. Make sure you are trying to prepare for the week as much as you can. Put some systems and routines in place that's going to allow you to be successful. That's the thing, you guys, that's so, so important. Put some systems and routines in place that is going to allow you to be successful when it comes down to your money. If one of the things, that you're struggling with when it comes down to like, eating out, prepare your meals, write down the meal plans, write down just maybe the things that you want to think about cooking through this week. Cause I'm telling myself that, y'all, like, what am I going to cook this week for these kids? Okay. What am I going to cook? I need to prepare. Maybe if I don't even have it cooked yet, I could just write down a list of like, okay, Monday we're going to eat this, Tuesday we're going to eat this, just being prepared a little bit more. Is so important. If you didn't go holiday shopping yet, if you didn't go Christmas shopping, make sure you have a budget for that. Make sure you're not just going into those stores and just spending and just like, oh, okay, I'll just forget about it on the other end. Or you just like, oh, I need to get some Christmas gifts and I don't really even have the budget for how much I'm gonna spend per person. I'm just gonna go in here and then you just spend and then you have buyer's remorse afterwards. Like, I done spent way too much money. No, make sure you have a plan before you go in there. Make sure you have an idea. Okay, this is a budget per person. This is how much I'm going to spend on my mom. This is how much I'm going to spend on my husband or whoever or my kids, whatever the case may be. Remember, Queen Peace, welcome in, welcome in. Remember to prepare as much as you can because preparation, will allow you to stick to the budget. Preparation will allow you to reach the goals that you want to reach, you guys. It's so, so important. So, putting these routines in place, okay? Allowing, you to be a little bit more prepared when it comes down to your money and your finances. So put in the chat, you guys, how are you walking into this week? Put it in the chat. What are some of the things that you want to do a little differently when it comes down to your money? Let me know. I feel like this, I feel like it's crickets, y'all. It is crickets in here. Y'all still in here with me? Let me know. Let me know. Y'all still in here with your girl. Let me know. I'm starting to turn this in. I'm here. You here? I'm like, it's so quiet, y'all. It's so quiet. Let me know. Let me know. I'm just like, dang, is my peeps here or not? You here? Glad that you are here. Let me know if anything is resonating with you. Any, things that you want to put in the chat. One habit that you are simplifying this week. Let me know. Let me know. It's just like, I feel like I'll be getting on here, y'all, and I'll be like, oh, y'all hearing me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down or what? It just be so quiet in here. And I know I'll be like, make sure you get your pen and paper and make sure that you, are writing it down. So I get people, doing several things, maybe just listening, maybe they taking notes, maybe it's just like, it just seems crickets like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, is it resonating? Is it not resonating? Do you got any questions? December is maintenance for me. Oh, Miss Leslie. Oh, okay. Yeah, welcome in, Miss Leslie. December is maintenance. I just want to be cautious and not get caught up into buying gifts just to buy. Yes. Yeah. And it's so it like this season is just like, when you go into the stores, listen, this is where these stores pay probably millions of dollars in marketing right now, you guys. Because it's like when you go into that store and you see the one gift and then you see it's like, oh, I didn't know I could get this or what is that. And it's like these stores purposely do this, right? They put all their good stuff out in the front of the store, stuff that you probably didn't even think about. So that's why it's, I do that. Get caught up in the spirit. Yes. Like, oh my gosh, oh, I can get this. Oh, this is cute. Or this is, oh, you know what? I can get this for this person. And it's just like, trust me, that's what they do. Listen, these people, these stores, they paying millions of dollars on marketing. Okay. They know what to put. They know, to put them little deals in the front and all that. They doing that for a reason, you guys. You know what I mean? But we gotta stay focused. I know it's hard. So it's like, coming in there with a list, or again, having the budget per person, like, okay, even though I want to get this, it's not in a budget. Okay. Or, I got this already, or, you know what I mean? So definitely being intentional for sure. Intentional too. Welcome in. So definitely be intentional when it. And Miss Leslie, I hear you with the maintenance. That's where I am at. Listen, y'all, I feel like December has stretched your girl so much, and I'm like, Lord, I'm just at maintenance right now. Okay. And that is okay. Maintenance is a good place to be. All in one vision. Welcome in. Maintenance is a great place to be. Okay. Because you just maintaining, you ain't late with nothing. You listen, I'm just maintaining. I'm not increasing any credit card debt. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just maintaining. So again, you guys, maintenance, honestly, for December is a okay place to be. It's okay if you can't do any more, if you can't do any extra. Maybe you want to put extra to your emergency fund or the debt. Like I would say, even y'all, like I was paying off my debt, in November and October. Maintenance, I would say December, y'all, I ain't pay you off none extra to no debt. I ain't give none extra to no emergency fund. I didn't do none of the things. Okay. It is maintenance because again, my money is being stretched a little bit too much. So I'm like, listen. And I knew to prepare for that when I was doing the December budget. Daisy, welcome in. I knew that like these are the things that I'm, going to be doing extra in December. So nothing going extra to them credit cards or that student loan, y'all. It's just maintenance for me, and that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes, I feel like maintenance is good, and a maintenance allows us to almost reset too as well. Like, well, okay, I maintained December. How do I want to walk into January? It's about to be taxes time, y'all. Okay. So listen, y'all know when January come, Jose, welcome in. Y'all know before you know what January coming, here come the taxes. Okay. So sometimes people are like, you know what? I had to maintain all year, but I do get a little bit something back from my taxes. Okay. We want to be strategic when it comes down to those refunds, y'all. If you're getting a refund, you need to be having some things in place, writing it down. I want you to be thinking about this already. Okay. If you get a refund and how we're going to maximize that refund. Okay. Because people will blow their refund, you guys. So it's going to be here before you know it. Okay. It's going to be here before you know it. Okay. Because December going to go like this. We already are into the, what day is this, y'all? We into the 15th yet, right? Are we into the 15th? What's today? Listen, I don't even know what day it is, y'all. We in the 14th, yeah, so 15. So we halfway, we halfway there. So again, I think my son said it's 11 days till Christmas. The 14th, yes, Miss Leslie. I'm looking like, listen, I was like, what's today? I'm trying to figure out what's today. Yes. So yep. So we are in the 14th. So it's halfway, y'all. We about to be halfway tomorrow. Okay. So it's just like, before you know it, it's January. January will be here. January 1st. And one of the things too, you guys, that I was saying for like my rebrand for this page, for this channel, for for things that are coming up. I was trying to get everything out January 1st. But January 1st is not going to be looking good for your girl, which is okay. So the actual rebrand for my page and my content will, the website and everything, all of that will be live January 15th. Okay. So it won't be the first. I know you guys, I was like, Miss Leslie, I know I was saying before, I'm like, pray for your girl that I get everything done by January 1st. But January 1st, take your time. Yes, I definitely have to take my time. I have to be realistic of other people's time as well. The designer of the website, he's like, Janine, like January 1st, that's just pushing me. He was like, I just don't feel like we're gonna get the project done by that time. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, what about January 15th? Let's just do the middle of January. Boom, give us some time. He was like, January 15th, we are going to be ready. So I'm just like, super excited about that. But again, just trying to roll things out properly. I'm doing things on the back end. That's why I was like, I felt like my money is stretched. My money, it was like, girl, my money is like, girl, you can't stretch me anymore. Okay. Definitely can't stretch me anymore. The 15th is a great time. Yes, I do feel like the 15th is a great time. It's just like the middle of January. We done kind of got over like the holiday, you know what I mean? The whole New Year's. Oh my God, New Year's. It's in the middle of January. It's to prepare, like, some people are like, oh, maybe they, trying to get their money together. January 15th will be like the middle of it. I feel like it's just a good time, to have a rebrand, to start everything new. So I'm definitely, plus it'll give me some more time, to get things in the back end, to prepare as much as I can, the lives, you know what I mean? So, yep. And I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm a little nervous about the rebrand. But I know God got me, you know what I mean? And again, it'll be different for, some people, and, some people are want to stay, some people may go, and that's okay. But, it's changing up some things. But it's still gonna, it's still, I feel like it's definitely going to be good, but it'll definitely be some changes as well. It definitely will be some changes, but I feel like it's some good changes. It's evolving. The business is evolving. It's changing. It's growing. It's doing all of the things. But yes, I think it's so important, you guys. On a Sunday, you guys, I want you to think about, how can we reset ourselves this week, you guys? How can you reset your mind? How can you reset your time? How can you reset, mentally, spiritually, and financially? How can you reset? It's so, so important. Sundays, it's so important that, if you have been busy all week, like me, I've been busy all week, Monday through Saturday, working. Sundays, I just feel like, like, dang, do I get a chance to breathe? Do I get a chance to exhale? Tiff, welcome in, welcome in. So again, I think it's so important for us to reset our mind, reset our week. How do you want to go into your week? What systems do you want to put in place? What habits do you want to put in place to allow your week to just go a little bit more smoothly? So you can stick to your money plan, because that's the most important thing, y'all. We want to stick to our money plan, regardless of what's going on. That's the thing. Sticking to our money plan when we're tired, when we don't feel like it, is so important. That's why we got to put systems in place. Systems in place. So important, you guys. So let me know, you guys, how are you feeling about going into next week? Nadine, welcome in, welcome in. How are you feeling about going into this week? With all of the holiday shopping and everything. I think I'm gonna do a pop-up live, you guys, on Tuesday, and I'm gonna show y'all the tree, because it'll be finished by then. Well, it's finished, but tomorrow's live is about budgets. So that's another thing, you guys. Tomorrow we need to be working on our January budget. I know one thing, you guys, which I'm gonna tell everybody. Like, I need to go to where did I get? I have a planner that the top part is Happy Planner. So I need to get the inserts for 2026. So if you are a planner, if you working or you really want to transform your finances in 2026, you guys, one of the things I would suggest, get you a planner. Get you a planner. This is the perfect time. We need to be looking at because we need to be looking at that budget for 2026 January. Okay, this is a perfect time, the middle of December, to really be looking at the numbers in January. How are things changing? I know for me, you guys, I did have a win this week. I was so super excited, y'all. I got a win because, as a homeowner, they do a market analysis on my mortgage every year. They do it in November, and they always send me, an update whether my mortgage is going up or whether it's going down, depending on the school taxes and the county taxes and everything. So I just be praying that, like, it's at least staying the same, or if it go up a little bit, it just go up a little bit. But this year, you guys, my mortgage went down $20. Yo, I know $20 may not seem like a lot to you, but it is a lot to me. Okay, $20. I was like, oh yes, thank you very much. Yes, my mortgage went down $20. Nadine, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so make sure you guys are doing looking at, I received mines on Saturday. Mine's decreased too. Yours decreased too, Miss Leslie. Oh, friend, love that for us. Yes. I was like, oh, and they sent your girl a little small refund check. Okay. The refund check was a whopping $73, y'all. I was like, listen, I'll take this good $73. Okay. Yes, it did. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was so super excited. So see, my numbers got changed a little bit in January, y'all. Okay. The mortgage went down $20. I said, let me change these numbers right now. So that's why it's so important to do your budget, because things are going to change. It's not always going to be the same. I know also my car insurance went up a little bit, which I'm like, the car insurance went up. So car insurance went up, but then, other things will fluctuate. So that's why it's so important. I think when people think about their budget, they think about a set it and forget it. I'm just going to look at it one time and that's it. That's what it's going to be. But it's totally not that. You got to look at your budget often, once a week. If you get paid bi-weekly, you need to be looking at it. If you get paid once a month, you need to be looking at your budget all the time, because again, the numbers will change. It's going to go up and down. It's going to fluctuate. They say it's going to ebbs and flows, y'all, ups and downs. That's just how it goes. It's how it goes. So again, we have to put some routines in place. What routines are you doing in reference to your budget? Do you look at your budget every Monday? Do you look at your budget every Friday? Do you look at your budget before you get paid? Do you look at your budget after you get paid? Again, these routines that we are putting in place will help us when we don't feel like it, when we tired, when we exhausted. But when you put these routines in place, you're going to do it regardless of it. You don't have to think about it. You just going to be like, listen, I know my numbers. Listen, I know tonight is my routine to look at my budget, and that's what I'm going to do. Or I'm putting this system in place to help me look at my numbers and it tracks my expenses or all of that. This is what I'm going to do. So again, you guys, I can't stress enough how important it is. It's so, so important, you guys. Systems in place. Put system in place. Allow it to be simple. Don't make it complicated, you guys. Because if you already are worked, you're tired, you're stressed, you don't want the budget to be complicated. You want it to be simple. So if you are like Janine, I don't know where to start. I don't know those systems in place. I don't really know what to do, where to start. It's complicated for me. You always can go to the BIO, you guys, and hop on a discovery call if you're interested. If you're like, you know what, I really want to transform my finances and I really want to do something different. I am a financial coach and I do one-on-one coaching. I'm actually looking for new clients, you guys. So if you are interested, if you've been watching my lives, if you're a little nervous to say, I don't know. Let me see what she talking about. Let me see what she offer. You always can go on the link and we can just hop on a call and you can see if it's a good fit. So you may say, oh, it may not be a good fit, and that's okay. That's okay. But we can definitely hop on a call. But if you really want to transform your finances, if you really want encouragement, if you want support, if you need guidance, if you just like, you know what, I just really don't know what to do. Like, I need guidance. I need, encouragement. Again, we can hop on a discovery call. The links are in, the BIO on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok, you guys. So see, these are some of the things that I want you guys to think about, especially going into 2026. It's like, if you've been doing certain things with your money, but you want to do something differently, okay? If you want to do something differently, then we got to do some different things, right? We have to put some things in place, do stuff differently. But, again, one of the things that we want to do, you guys, for the recap of the things that I talked about tonight, you guys, again, is released last week. If last week you are shaming yourself for a really real, welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live. Love that name. Really real. Welcome in. We want to release last week, you guys. If you are holding on to any guilt when it comes down to your finances, any overspending, if you are avoiding your numbers, if you just feeling like I'm behind, I done swiped the cards too much, I done went into debt, for Christmas shopping, I didn't stick to the budget, I went over budget, I overspent. Release the guilt, you guys. Release the guilt. Remember, but guilt is not a strategy. Grace is. Give yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances. It's not something that is going to happen overnight, that we just going to be better with our money. Coach Jennifer, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Miss Kaylade, welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart meat. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate it. Yep. So we were talking about before we plan next week, we need to release the old one. Okay. Remember, guilt is not a strategy. Grace is. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart. Me, Miss Leslie. Welcome. Thank you so much. So we need to give ourselves grace when it comes down to finding, even if you blew your budget for Christmas, even if you swipe the credit cards and you're like, oh my God, I just feel so bad. I done swiped the credit cards. I done did all the things. Thank you so much, Coach Jennifer, for the Christmas dineys. Thank you so much. God didn't ask you to drag last week into this one. Remember that his mercies are new every morning. God's mercies is new every morning. You guys don't guilt yourself for what happened last week. It's a new week. Don't guilt yourself for what happened last week. And the second one I said is reset your mind before your money. Ooh. Reset your mind before your money. We have to reset our mind. We have to. If your mind is overwhelmed, your money will be too. Okay, if your mind is chaotic, your money will be too. Reset your mind. Ask God to give you peace. Peace isn't something that you stumble into, it's something you prepare for. We have to prepare, you guys, as much as we can. Peace isn't something you stumble into. It's something you prepare for. Okay. Clarity comes when you stop trying to fix everything. We trying to fix everything. It's like, oh my gosh. Remember that, your mind is so important. It's so important. And, we need to make sure that, we get our mind together, y'all. We have to make sure. And the third teaching point, invite God into your finances. Y'all, I can't say it enough. Invite God into your finances. God doesn't need perfection. He needs permission. He needs permission. He needs permission from you to invite God. Invite God into your finances. Ask God to help you when it comes down to your budget. Ask him, to help you, to give you discipline to save your money. Help you to give you discipline on these TT streets, y'all. When we recharging those coins, okay? When we are recharging the coins, remember to invite God into it. It says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Make sure that we are, committing our finances, committing, our money to God. It's so important, you guys. So important. Let me know, you guys, one word you're speaking over your finances this week. Put it in the chat. What's one word that you're speaking over your finances this week? Put it in the chat. I will say, what's one word that I'm going to speak over my finances? One word. I'm trying to think. One word that I'm speaking over my finances this week. Discipline. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Discipline. I love that. I'm trying to think. It's a great question. What is one word that I want to speak over my finances this week? You know what, Miss Leslie? I think I'm going to say the same thing. Discipline. I'm trying to think of it. Like, I don't know why my mind is going to blink when it's live. I'm trying to think. Discipline's a great one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Discipline. We want to be disciplined with our money. Tasty Creations, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the disciplined. I think I am. So what's one word, you guys, that you want to put, the one word you're speaking over your finances this week? Let me know if you want to put it in the chat. Let me know. One word, y'all. What's one word that you're like, I'm going to speak it into my finances? Mia Moore, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Let me see who is in here. Mia Moore, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. How come when it's only say 5K? If you guys could tap out the live. Mia Moore, welcome in, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Is it Mia Moore? I feel like I be saying the name solely wrong, y'all. Hello. I'm saying it solely wrong. Let me know if I'm saying your name right, friend. Let me know. Thank you so much. Is it Quada America? Welcome in. Thank you so much, friend, for grabbing your daily art. Me Lex. Hey, friend. America, how you say your name? Hey, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart. Me. Let me know. How am I? If I'm saying Mia Moore, if I'm saying your name right, friend. But welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you. But we were saying one word that we're speaking. Is you said Katrea? Is it Katrea? Katrea. Am I saying that right? That's how it looked like it's spelled. You said it right. Mia Moore. Mia Moore. Okay, so I got that. But Katrea, let me say it. Let me know if I'm saying your name right, friend. Let me know, y'all. Listen, charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry if I botcher your name, but Mia Moore, I said that right. So thank you so much for it. And it's let me know, Katrea, if I'm saying your name right. If you like, girl, you was not saying it right. But welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. My name is Janine. I talk about all things. Let me see. You say Kath. I'm the K. I'm thinking of. Is it the words are like so small? Cat Treya. Yes. Oh, Cat Treya. Okay, friend. Hopefully, because I feel like I'm looking at it and I'm reading it, and maybe the Q is throwing me off, but you put the K in there. You know, is it so? Is it Cathrea? Well, let me know, friend. But welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I could just do you mind if I just call you K? That's easier. Yes. Catherine. Okay, so we just gonna say K, right? So we just gonna say I be botching up these names, y'all. It'd be so small on the screen, y'all. So sorry if I definitely botched your name up. I hate to say people name wrong, y'all. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for being here though. Truly appreciate it. Again, my name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. I am a financial coach. So I help moms get on a budget, save money, and get out of debt with God in the center. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. And again, we were just talking about some things to reset for the week. If money has been heavy on your heart tonight, this reset is for you. We're just trying to reset our minds, trying to put some simple systems in place. When it comes down to our finances, walking into the new week, you guys, it's a Sunday evening, late on the East Coast, you guys. I don't know if you're on the East Coast, but I am on the East Coast. Walking into Monday, what systems are you putting in place? What is some things that you want to do differently when it comes down to your money? The glow up, welcome in, friend, or welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. So yeah, these are one of the things that we can do to just to go into our week more prepared, you guys. I think it's so important, and I would say it. Good evening, friend. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Truly appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for the repost. Truly appreciate it. And again, I think it's so important that as we go into this new work week, you know, to put some systems in place. Stop being manipulated out of mind. Oh, thank you so much for the popular. Stop being manipulated out of mind. Oh, you being manipulated out of your budget, friend? Is that what you mean? Creative lady, welcome in, welcome in. Let me know if that's what you mean. Chin B. Let me know if that's what you mean, friend. Stop being manipulated out of minds. Let me know for liking. Thank you so much to Glow Up Widow for liking out the live. Let me know if that's what you mean. But yeah, Again, like I said, you guys, it's so important to put some systems in place, to put some routines in place that again is going to help us get through the moments that we tired, when we don't feel like looking at our finances, when we don't feel like you know we just don't, we get that like decision fatigue. I don't know if it's just you guys, but you ever get that decision fatigue, you guys, where you like, I don't want to make another decision. I'm not looking at, I don't know what to do, especially like, if you're caring for other people, if you're in healthcare or all of the things, you make decisions all day. Okay, decisions for you, for your job. I just tend to give when I really don't have. That's mine's right now, Lex. Oh, you say you tend to give when you really don't have, friend. Friend, when I tell you that used to be me, that used to be me when I give, and then you give, and then you really don't have it, and then it's like it kind of puts you in a bad space. But sometimes we don't, maybe we don't have the ability, or we haven't said, no, I can't do it. Listen, I used to do that all the time. I'm saying that you're not alone, friend. Like, and I know for me, it's part of like the people pleasing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't want nobody to be upset. Da, 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 da. So let me just say yes, but then I really can't do it. But sometimes, and again, you got to ask God for his strength and his grace to be able to say, you know what, I really can't do it. I wish I could. Use or welcome in, welcome in. Jen, you may have to say sometimes that, you know what, I really wish I can do it, but I can't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not in the budget. And Lex, man, that's me right now, y'all. Listen, the decision fatigue, y'all. Like, I just be feeling like, especially like, I feel like for me at the end of the day, like, I work in healthcare, and it's just like all the decisions that I have to make, things that I have to decide. Okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like, you just be making decisions all day. You just don't feel like it at the end of the day. Your brain just wants to explode. Okay. So again, remember, you guys, these systems that we put in place is going to help us through the decision fatigue, right? Because the systems is going to do it for us already. Thank you so much, Ian, for the follow. The systems is going to do it for us. That's why it's so important to have it. So important to have some systems in place where you ain't got to think about your finances. You already looked at it. You already looked at it. You already know what's going in, what's going out. You already have the routine, so you ain't got to think about it. Okay. But again, we got to get there. That's why we got to get there, because it's going to be days where you don't feel like looking at it. You don't feel like tracking the expenses. You like, I'm just not doing it. And I think that a lot of times when we don't have structure, when it comes, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. When we don't have the structure in place, we that's when we tend to overspend. That's when we tend to, swipe our credit cards. That's when we tend to go over our budget. Okay, because we don't have the systems in place, because you're going to get fatigued, you guys, in jobs, taking care of people, patients, kids, husbands. It's about like all of that. You're going to get fatigued, you guys. You're going to be tired. You're going to be like, exactly. That seems to be my problem. Yes, Lex. Yes. Listen, it was my problem, friend, for a long time. A long time, you guys. A long time. I'm like, okay, like, and then we spend out of convenience, y'all, because we tired, we exhausted, we don't feel like it. I don't feel like I don't feel like doing it. It's just like, I don't feel like looking at the numbers. I don't feel like looking at like, I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm just gonna swipe. I'm just gonna do it. Man, and again, it's like, dag. And then when we make those decisions, emotionally, when we don't feel like it, our emotions is high, we tired, we don't think, it's like, sometimes it kind of defers, right? The us being closer to our goal. So it doesn't push us closer to the goal, it kind of pushes us away from it. So it's like, that's why, yes, then you're more in debt, right? Yes, Shan, when I tell you, yes, when I tell you all, yes, okay, because you're constantly like, I'm just gonna swipe. I don't feel like looking at it. I'm tired. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm tired. I done worked all day, especially, like, me, y'all, I'm like working two jobs. I'm working two jobs for over 10 years, you guys. Working two jobs, trying to maintain a schedule, selfless, welcome in, trying to maintain, if you're a mom, you trying to maintain your kids, if you're a wife, if you have, a significant other, so many things that you have to juggle all at one time. There's like the finances go on a back burner. Like, listen, I don't feel like doing it. And it's like, okay, and then the debt slowly but surely increases, right? The spending slowly but surely increases. Then we done spent everything that we have for our check. We don't have no savings. We won't be like, oh man, we don't have no savings. Or we may be spending, again, spending out of, convenience. We tired. Sometimes it could be loneliness. Listen, that, we may not have a spouse, we may not have help, we may not, and then you just like, oh, I'm just spending because I don't feel, I don't like the situation that I'm in. I may be stressed at my job, these people getting on my nerves, you know what I mean? I'm going to for sure be more intentional with my finances starting now. Listen, Lex, when I tell you, friend, it's, again, I say it with love, I say it with, again, it's not easy. It's not easy. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. And it's so important to have, again, you guys, I'm big on community, you guys. I'm telling you, it's so important. I feel like, again, people think that we're designed to do it alone. God didn't create us to do it alone, you guys. He didn't create us to do it alone. And I know sometimes it's like, okay, I'm being more intentional. Hey, Cass, welcome in, welcome in. But it's like, stay around like-minded community, people that's going to speak into you. Like, listen, that's going to help you. That's going to give you ideas. My bank is saying you are overspending. Okay, but I tell you, listen, my bank account used to say that all the time. Cass, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Listen, I know your bank account was like, girl, what you doing? Listen, when I tell you guys, listen, I always be transparent on here. If you guys get anything from it, it's gonna be transparency and the truth. Your girl was the overdraft queen. Okay. It's not yet something I've been pondering on all over. It's not yet something I have been pondering on all year, and still overspending. I know. I know. I know. And again, that's why, again, you guys, I started this brand, because give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. It's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. And I know it could be heavy on you, your heart, you overspending this, that, and the third. It's like, God, how, what should I do? This, that, and the third. It's not easy, you guys. And again, we give grace to each and every person, our family, our friends, our kids. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. But say, you know what? How can I do things differently? If you guys are saying like, you know what? I've been constantly overspending, right? One of the things that I want you to think about, and I just remember for me, you guys, like when I was constantly overspending, I did not know my numbers and I didn't track it. That's one of the biggest things that I wanted, some of the systems that I talk about, you guys, for you guys to put in place. If you really need help with systems, you guys, and you're like, Janine, like, I just don't know what systems to do. I don't really know what to do. Send me a message. We can talk about it. You know what I mean? Because everybody, personal finances is very different to each and everybody. But when I constantly overspent, it was like, I just didn't know my numbers, and the budget and the numbers was just all over the place, because I was that person, you guys. Like, that's why I say and I remember I was a high, I thank God for what he has blessed me with. I'm a high earner, right? So I was making over 100,000 and still overspending, still overdrafting my account. So I don't want you guys to think that it's not not necessarily the money. G7 and healthier. Welcome in, welcome in. I was still constantly overspending because, again, I didn't have any systems in place. I didn't have anything, no routines. So it's like the overspending, no matter what level you are in reference to your finances. If you're not, a high earner, if you're, if you are, like I would say mid-tier, not just mid-tier, but I think sometimes people get caught up into like, I don't make enough money, but it's just like, it's the systems and the habits that have to be put in place. Because again, I was the same way, making great money, but still overdrafting my account, making great money, but still the fees and spending more than I made. And for real, I feel like it's harder, you guys, when you make more money, because it's so much easily justified. It's like, oh, I could just pick up this extra shift. Oh, I could just do this. Oh, I could just do it. But that doesn't make it right, because you could just easily get the money. No, we again, systems in place. But if I say anything, you guys, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Ask God to give you wisdom to help you in reference to, some systems in place. And if you need some financial advice, if you need some help in that area, it's like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what systems I should put in place. I just really want to stop overspending. Your girl's here. That's why I'm here. That's why I get on the live all the time. I love you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, send me a message. Like, Janine, I just listen, I'm trying to do stuff differently. I really need your help. I really need to, do some things a little differently. Because again, trial and error, you got to figure out, like, are you a more paper person? If you feel like, if you write down the budget, that will be a little bit better. Are you digital? Like, okay, no, I just rather plug the numbers in and let it do it for me. You got to figure out what works for you. Everybody, my budget, the way I do it may not be what works for you, but that's where we figure out what works for you. Because again, remember, you guys, we want the systems to be in place when we tired, when we fatigue, when we don't feel like it, because that's what the systems is supposed to do, you guys. I truly had to give myself grace in this season. Yes, Lex, my friend, you have to. You have to, friend. You have to. And I had to, the shame, the guilt that you may be carrying, give it to God. God, he says his mercies is new every day, y'all. You have to. People will come to me and say, I'm so bad with money. I'm this, that, and the third. It's like, you again, if you're not like, in the finance world and all that, you know what I mean? It's like you got to. And it's just so overwhelming. Like, where do I start? What do I do? Do I pay off the debt first? Do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do this? And it's hard. The seasons are hard. That's why it's so important, you guys. Stay into a like-minded community. Make sure you have people around you that's going to speak life into you, that's going to encourage you, that's going to help you, push you forward, push you to the next level. If you don't have those type of people, that's what this community is growing to. That's what I want to build over here, for a safe space for us to be vulnerable when it comes down to our money, to be vulnerable, to say, you know what, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. I'm living check to check. I'm barely, making ends meet. My account is always negative. I just don't know what to do. I don't know the financial decisions I should make. And that's what I'm here for, to help as much as I can. I remember being in those seasons, you guys. I remember it so much. I remember feeling frustrated. I remember crying all the time, just like, oh my God, I need to be better with this money. I'm just like, it's going in, it's going out. I don't know what to do. I just feel so overwhelmed. I'm just like, half of the time, where is it going? I'm constantly overspending. I'm constantly doing stuff, out of tiredness and exhaustion, God. Like, okay, you know what I mean? When, what am I going to do? And, and then when you got to remember, you guys, when you tired and you exhausted and you got decision fatigue, you can't make clear decisions either. So those are not the times that, I want you to make good, decisions when it comes down to your finances. That's why the systems that we're going to put in place are going to help for those moments of fatigue when it comes down to our finances. The systems is going to carry you when you don't feel like it. Like, the systems are there to be on autopilot, right? To help you, right? To help you look at the finances, to help you, track it. These are what the systems are there for. And if the systems are doing their job, then again, you guys, it's going to allow you to make better decisions. It's going to allow you to see things clearly, so you won't be overwhelmed all the time. And if you really, again, need help with putting some systems in place, that's what I'm here for. You always can go to the LINK, to the BIO, and message me, you guys. But I would say, again, give yourself grace. This season is hard, especially in December, you guys. It's just a hard. Debt triples during this time. You know what I mean? People is welcome in. Again, we're dealing with a lot of people that may be struggling mentally because they don't have their loved ones here. So they're spending even more because they don't want to deal with certain feelings. The holiday season may be a lonely season for people, so they spend more because they don't want to feel lonely. Maybe the holiday season is rough for you because the family is asking of more of you, and you really don't have it, and you really don't know how to say no. So all of the things may be happening all at one time, and your money may just feel chaotic and you just don't know what to do, where to go. Like, again, one of the things, you guys, if you don't remember anything I say tonight, I want you to remember to invite God into your finances. Sit at the feet in the altar of God and say, God, I need your help. Like, I just listen. My money's all over the place. I want to do this. I want to do that. Ask God for wisdom and guidance about what you need to do next. Stay around like-minded people. Community is so important. Make sure that, again, people are speaking into your life. That may be at a place where you used to be. But again, inviting God into our finances is so, so important. Make sure you have some time that you just sit and pray and devotional to say, God, this is so heavy on my heart. My money is stressing me out. I remember y'all, my money used to stress me out. When I tell you stress your girl out, like stress me out. Like I used to hate looking at it. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just sick of it. Like, put it in the chat, you guys. If you're like, you know what? Listen, I'm just stressed out when it comes down to the money. I'm just stressed. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Put it in the chat, you guys. If you've ever been in a place where you're like, your money is just stressing you out, I have been there. I have been there. I have been there. But you remember that prayer is so important. It's so important. I can't say it enough. Prayer is so important, you guys. That again, you're like, you know what? Let me pray about this, Lord. God, give me direction. He will. I promise you. I promise you, He will. I promise you. I promise you. So I know a lot of people are like, overspending. And again, the season that we're in, it's so difficult not to overspend, you guys. It's just so true. I can't say it enough. So again, give yourself grace and also think about, you know what? Okay, what do I want to do different in January? What do I want to do different in 2026? How are you going to do some things differently? Right? You've been doing it one way all of this time. What you want to do differently? What do you want to commit to? What do you want to commit to? This is another thing, that I tell my clients, when they're signing up for coaching and, when they think I'll tell them, listen, I need you to know that, financial coaching, I need you to commit to it. It's not easy. These are things that we're going to have to work through, but I need your commitment. That's what I need. I got everything else. I got the systems in place for you. I got everything else. I just need you to say I'm committed. So I want you guys to think about it in 2026. What are you committing to? What are you going to commit to when it comes down to your personal finances? Put it in the chat, you guys. Boss Lady, welcome in, welcome in. What is one thing that you want to commit to in 2026? And I will start. I am going to commit to paying off 3 credit cards, which is my last 3 credit cards. And I will be credit card debt free. And I will just have my student loans. So I am committing to paying off my last 3 credit cards in 2026. You guys put in the chat, what is one thing you want to commit to in this upcoming new year? Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys committing to. Let me know. Let me know one thing, y'all. You can say, you know what? I'm committing to building an emergency fund. I am committing to working on my budget. You can say, I am committing to paying off my debt. Whatever it is, it could be, it doesn't have to be anything big. You could just say, I'm committing to just track my expenses in 2026. It does not have to be something big or huge, but I want you to commit to one thing. Never kept track. You never kept track? Building an emergency fund. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ray, well, is it Reed? Welcome in. Building up my emergency fund and staying on my budget. But I am ready. Okay. If you ready, friend, listen, you're in the right place. If you're ready, I am committing to paying my debts and student loans as well and setting aside money to travel. I love this, y'all. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. Yes, y'all. That's what we have to do. Commit to it, you guys. Commit to it if you're ready. That's so great. Like, because again, that's like the step above what most people, right? They like, oh, right. But committing and being ready is so, so great, you guys. So everything that you guys have wrote in the chat, I want you, when you get off this live, to write it down, and write it down in front of somewhere that you can visually see and say, I am going to commit to X, Y, and Z in 2026 for my finances. Okay. I want you guys to write it down, and I want you to put it somewhere that you can see every single day. Maybe it's your mirror in your bathroom. Maybe it's your office. I don't know. But I want you guys to write it down. Okay. Write it down. I said you only got to commit to one thing, right? Or if you committed to two or three, that's fine. But we don't want to make it a whole big list. Three things max, you guys. Okay. Three things max. Because again, if you have this big list, you're going to get overwhelmed. Three things max. And I want you to write it down. Okay. And I want you to visually, where you can look at it every single day. Okay. Because again, when we get tired, because we are, right? When the motivation fades, because that's gonna happen, right? Because sometimes January give you that good boost, y'all. Okay. I don't know about any of y'all, but you know how January give you that good boost. They're like, oh, I'm doing this, right? Oh, I'm doing this. You know how everybody and their mother gonna be committing to the weight loss. Oh, I'm losing, I want to lose. Ashley, welcome in. I want to lose 10 pounds. I go to the gym, that. The same thing when it comes down to the money. You're going to be like, oh, yes, I'm building my emergency fund. I'm doing all of the things. And in February, I am very tired of putting myself in stressful situations, friend. Yes. Yes. And sometimes they say, and I hate to say it, sometimes it's like you got to hit rock bottom, right? But if you at the bottom, the only way to go up is up, right? If you feel like, Janine, I'm at the bottom, like, listen, this is my rock bottom, the only way is up from here. Okay. The only way is up from here. Okay. So if it's like, what, I'm just really tired of constantly doing this thing and I really want to transform my finance, Starbucks drive-through. Starbucks drive-through. Listen, Starbucks got a lot of people in the chokehold. Okay. Listen, you are not the only one. Okay. Starbucks got a lot of people in the drive-through, chokehold for sure. And not to say that you can't have this Starbucks, right? It's not to say that you can't have it, but let's just put it in your budget. Let's just figure out the numbers. Let's figure out if that's something that's important to you. Because, see, I don't want people, sometimes people think about their budgets and they think about deprivation and they feel like, oh, I can't have this, I can't have that. I'm just going to have to eat lettuce all day and I just can't have that. No. That's not what the budget is for, because you're not going to be successful if we're depriving ourselves of certain things. Deprivation is not the answer. And as your financial coach, I am not going to tell you to do that. I'm going to ask you what's important to you, right? What's important? You may say, Janine, I need my Starbucks every morning. Okay, let's figure out how we can put that in a budget. So, okay, if you need the Starbucks, can we peel something in this other area back a little bit? What about a subscription you're not using so much, or this, that, and third? So it's all about balance, you guys. I'm never going to be like, oh, you just can't have your Starbucks. You can never eat out. Because listen, eating out is part of my budget, y'all. Yes, it is. Now, do I have a budget for eating out? Yes, I do. Now, do I be going over it a little bit? Sometimes. Okay. But again, deprivation is, if I sit up there and said to myself, I'm never eating out and I'm putting all, then it would be unrealistic and I'm not going to stick to it. And that's not what I want for you guys. I want you guys to be successful. Kristen, welcome in, welcome in. So again, we have to be realistic. Maybe get a Keurig and get the Starbucks K-Cup. Listen, absolutely. I got a Keurig. And listen, the Starbucks K-Cups, I love that, right? So again, yes, that could be an option, right? That could be an option. Maybe we could say, okay, you used to get in Starbucks 5 days a week. Maybe we can bring it down to maybe 2 or 3. Or let's say you say, you know what, when I get a little extra, then I'll go to Starbucks. But again, we don't want to deprive ourselves, right? Of like, oh, I can never have Starbucks. I can never do this thing, because you're not going to stick to it. You're not going to stick to it. And it's going to be unrealistic, right? Some people feel like, listen, I used to get my nails done all the time. Nails and beauty and hair is part of the budget, y'all. There's no way. I need to get my hair done once a month. Okay. And I need to get these nails done. But luckily I do my own nails, y'all. Now, your girl was the every 2 weeks going into the nail shop getting my nails done, doing my lashes and everything. I was like, all right, let me just try to feel like I'm gonna do the DIY, right? So there are things that, again, your nails may be part of the beauty budget that you want to include, right? Your lashes, whatever it is, everybody's different, right? What's important to somebody may not be important to the next. That's why personal finances is so different. But I don't want you to think that you guys that deprivation is going to be the way. It's not. As a thank you so much for the fest pop. Deprivation is not going to be the way, and that's not nothing that I'm going to teach you as being your financial coach. I want to know what's important to you. What because again, everybody's finances is different. Yes, the nails, I went and purchased a nail kit, but I do love getting mines done in facials. Yes. And so it's like, again, I got the nail kit as well. And like I said, you said, but you do love getting yours done in your facials again. So it's like, incorporating that into it, right? You say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll do my nails, one every month, but then every 3 months I go actually get them done and I get a facial. Again, it's just all about balance, you guys. Debs, welcome in, welcome in. It's all about balance is key. Balance is key. And it's the same thing with anything. So if you think that, I just got to take everything out, setting up your priorities. Absolutely, Miss Leslie. Absolutely. Setting up your priorities, but also having balance too. Because again, if you feel like you just got to take everything out, you just can't, oh my gosh, I just can't never do anything. Nobody's going to be successful. I wasn't successful that way. I wasn't successful in getting my finance together by depriving myself. I was not. And that's why I want to, honestly, I feel like when people think about a budget, they think about deprivation. It's honestly the opposite. You can give yourself line items of beauty, hair. I had that in my budget, you guys. I got beauty as a line item. I have hair. I have fast food. I have miscellaneous. I have all of the things. But guess what? Even having all of that in my budget, I'm still paying off student loan debt. I'm still having an emergency fund. I'm still paying things off on time. I'm still setting the budget. So I want to let you guys know that you still can be successful when it comes down to your budget, but still adding these on there, right? You still can. It's just, you have to learn to balance. Car insurance. What about your car insurance? Let me know that you still can balance it out. You still can, your car insurance is $300. So that's one of the things that we can look into, trying to figure out how we can lower our car insurance. What can we do? Can we look? One of the things that I, tell people, I tell my clients to get an insurance broker rather than just looking for the insurance company. That, y'all, is a game changer. If you guys do not have an insurance broker, you need one. And if you need help looking for one, then message me. An insurance broker is a person that looks at all of the different type of insurance companies, life insurance, car insurance, all of that, and will give you the best price and is shopping, the car insurance for you. Not just like, an insurance agent. You need an insurance broker, not an insurance agent, because an agent is just really going to be for that company. Let's say you get a Progressive insurance agent. They just going to sell you Progressive stuff. An insurance broker is going to shop for you all around, looking at the different rates. Okay, this insurance may be a little cheaper for you. This, you maybe try here, this, and a third. This life insurance may be different. I'm telling you guys, when I got an insurance broker, it was a game changer when it came down to my insurance, and my insurance dropped like almost 150. Okay. So, Kay, that's what I would recommend you, in reference to your car insurance. But again, these are some of the things that I teach in the financial coaching. These are some of the things that we go through, some of the things we work through, the budget, how to, better look at insurance broker, how to look at your life insurance. These are some of the things that I work through, you guys. And again, it takes time. It's not easy. It's a lot. It can be overwhelming. The budgets, the, insurance, the life insurance, all of the things, the the high yield savings account, the credit unions, which one is better, how you move your money, what's the compound interest, how much should you be paying in there, looking at your utilities, looking at all of the things. And it just could be overwhelming. You're like, I don't know where to start, what to do, you know what I mean? So again, that's why, it's so important. That's why I come here on my lives, you guys, to hopefully educate you guys as much as I can, bring you accurate information to, again, to make finances as simple as possible. That's why the brand is gracefully simplified, but also giving ourselves grace in the in between time while we are, putting some simple systems in place and make sure that it's God-centered, you guys. So these are some of the things that I want you to think about. Now, remember, before you get off this live, you guys put in the chat all of the things that you are committing to, right, for 2026. I want you guys to remember the things that you are committing to for 2026. Write it down. Write it down, write it down, write it down. And two, if you don't remember anything that I said, again, off this live, invite God into your finances. Give yourself grace. It's not going to happen overnight, I promise you. But will it transform in time? Yes, it will. You won't be, put some things in place. Short stuff. Welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in. Hey, friend. Welcome in. You know what? You came at a great time, friend. One of the things that we were just talking about, that we put in the chat, one thing that we want to commit to in 2025, I said 2025, y'all, 2026, when it comes down to our finances. We were putting it in the chat and I said, put one thing that you want to commit to. So if you want to put in the chat, friend, one thing that you want to commit to when it comes down to your personal finances in 2026, put it in the chat. One of the thing that I said that I'm going to commit to in 2026 is paying off savings. Minnie, you said savings. Okay. You said savings. Now, this is what I want to ask you, friend. Well, making at least $3,000 from side hustles. Ooh, I love that, friend. I love that. So savings, what type of savings? So you're just saying savings period? Are you saying emergency fund? Are you saying like, what type of savings? Do you have an emergency fund? Or are you just like savings, saving period? Okay. You said saving period. Yes. Okay. Well, saving period. So here's what I would say, right? I would say, think of a number. Let's be a little more specific. Think of a number, whatever the number is for you, and say, I want to commit to saving X, Y, and Z. Because sometimes when you say savings, friend, it's just so open-ended that it kind of just really is just like, oh, I did save $5. I did save it. So we want to be a little more specific when it comes down to it. And again, let's make the goals realistic, but let's make it a little more specific, because sometimes we can justify it, right? Like, oh, I did save this or I did save that, you know what I mean? So again, sometimes when you say, okay, I want to save X, Y, and Z in 2026. So when we're a little more specific with it, then we can reverse engineer it, right? And I mean that by meaning this. So let's just say the goal is 1,500. Let's just say I want to save 1,500 in 2026, right? Now I'm getting out my calculator, y'all, because y'all know your girl. Listen, I got to get the numbers. Okay. Now let's just say, all right, we say 1,500 divided by 12 because it's 12 months in a year. So then now right? And I know this is probably flipped backwards, but it's $125. So you may say, you know what? I want to save, seeing what I can save 2026. Yeah. So again, when we say, again, and that's another thing, friend, too, also knowing your numbers as well. Because if you know your numbers and you know your budget and you know what's coming in and out, you can pretty much estimate the savings. You can estimate your savings because you know your margin and you know how much is coming in and how much is extra that you have. But again, if you say, again, I want to save 1,500 for it in 2026, then in your mind, I need to save $125 every month. So how does that look? Right? If you get paid every 2 weeks, dividing $125 divided by 2. So then every check, this is what I need to know pays. And again, some weeks you may do it and some weeks you may not do it, but at least we have a foundation. At least we know. And short stuff. You said the 3K by the side hustle's friend. I just love that, love that, love that, love that. And again, I told everybody on here, you guys, whatever you are committing to in 2026, write it down and put it in anywhere in your house or anywhere in your space that you can look at it every single day. Okay. So when you get tired, when you don't feel like it, when you stressed out, all of that, I want you to remember, like, okay, you know what? I did say I want to save, 1,500 in 2026. I did say that I wanted to get 3K for my side hustles, right? Because this is going to be a visual aid that's going to push you through when the tired moments is going to come, because it's going to come, y'all. Okay. Like, again, I said, January is that month, you guys, where we start and we got the momentum and it's good, y'all. Okay. When we got that good momentum and it's like, oh yeah, I'm saving and I'm doing all of this and this and the third. But see, when the momentum wears off, when the motivation has stopped, then what we do? So that's why putting systems in place when we get that, decision fatigue, when we get tired, right? We putting things in place that allow us to carry us through during the times that we don't feel like it. Hood Hippie, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Because again, you guys, you're gonna get that moment where you don't feel like it. Guarantee you it's coming. The momentum is coming. I can just tell you it's coming. Okay, and again, what I am committing to is paying off my last 3 credit cards in 2026. Your girl is determined. Okay, I'm writing it down. I'm looking at it every single time. 2020. Listen, y'all, I already got it written down. I got the balances for these last 3 credit cards. Okay, and I am determined. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is how much I got to put every month to this debt, so then I will reach my goal. This is what I need to do. And again, that is so important. I done wrote down all of the 3 credit cards, the names, the balances. It is right in my office every time I look at it. So it's like when I be wanting that good, that good Chipotle, I'm like, oh, is it in the budget or not? Okay. But I am determined, y'all. I'm determined, just like this year for the new people that are here. I was determined to pay off. I paid off 3 student loans and 2 credit cards, and I started in June. So I didn't even start at the beginning of the year. Y'all. I started in June, halfway through. Okay. And I was like, all right, let me really get on it. Let me really get it together. And one of the things that I did was I decided, and I was specific about my goals. I decided, like, okay, let me really tackle the debt. What strategies am I going to put in place when it comes down to the debt? And again, in 6 months, I paid off 3 student loans, 2 credit cards. And now your girl only got 3 more. So that's why it's so, so, so important, you guys, to decide, take some time to look at your goals, commit to it. Commit. If I ain't put it in the chat, you guys, commit. We all are committing to our goals in 2026. We are going to commit to it, you guys, because again, when you commitment is going to take you past, again, when the tiredness come, the exhaustion come, when you don't feel like showing up, when you're tired. This is something you committed to, that you're going to have to push past those feelings of tiredness, of fatigue, of all of that. You know what I mean? Because it's going to come. I just want to let you know. Because there was plenty of times I was like, I don't feel like giving this money to student loans. I want to keep it, and I don't feel like giving them that. Okay. But I was like, I've been committed to pay off these student loans. I've been committed to, get this credit card. So again, the commitment is going to keep, is going to keep the momentum going when we don't feel like it. Because trust me, we're going to have the moments where we don't feel like it. And then, you guys, then sometimes when you like, listen, my commitment, God, then that's when you got to invite God into it. When like, Lord, I don't got no more in me. I don't feel like posting. I don't feel like doing anything for the business, God. I don't feel like saving no money, God. I don't feel like doing none of that. That's when you got to invite. And God says, all who are heavy burdened, I think that's the scripture, y'all. You know your girl be paraphrasing, but you know what I'm trying to say. Mia, welcome in, welcome in. Bring all of the things that are heavy on your heart to God. You know, when you're like, you know what, God, I don't feel like it, I'm tired. There's plenty of times, okay? Plenty of times that I have said that. And, you know, again, you know, for God to give us strength, to lean in on the fruits of the spirit, not, you know, not our spirit, but his, to carry you through. Phil, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So let me know if you guys were blessed by this live. Put some gems in the chat if you guys got some gems. If you know, again, tonight was all about our prayer and preparation live. I hope you guys were encouraged by this live. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys are going to be committed to your goals when it comes down to 2026. I want you guys to stay encouraged. I want you to know that you can do this. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. You know, again, there are going to be moments where you don't feel like it, but I promise you it's grace on the other side. It's grace on the other side. I promise you it's going to get better. Again, put some systems in place that will allow you to be very motivated and very committed and motivated. Oh, I love that, Miss Leslie. Thank you so much, friend. Yes, I want you to put some systems in place in 2026. I want you to do things a little bit differently. Give yourself grace, invite God into your finances. Stay committed when it comes down to it. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I promise you, you guys, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. But remember, take one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. I forgot the saying where it says, if we just be 1% better than we was, if we could be 1% better tomorrow than we was today, then we already ahead, y'all. Okay, 1% better. We just want to be 1% better, you guys. And I forgot like the Maya Angelou quote. Gym membership. Gym membership. Oh, okay, friend. Is that something that you want to Glam Beauty, welcome in. Gym membership is something that you started. Is it something that you want to start? Because listen, I just started, well, not just really started, but started your gym membership. That's now, okay. Gym membership you started now. Oh, okay, well, congratulations to that. That's one of the things. I know a lot of people are on, you know, the weight loss thing. I mean, I've been on a weight loss journey for a long time. I do have another page. If you go into the where it says the 11 people, you can look at my fitness page. It's called Gracefully Fit by Janine. That is something that I'm also passionate about. I've lost 115 pounds. Melissa, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. I've lost 115. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily art me. I've lost 115 pounds. I've been on a weight loss journey for over 15 years, you guys. Your girls used to be a big joint. Budget breakdown. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the Christmas dinies. Yep, your girl used to be a big joint. So when it comes down to gym fitness and membership and all of that, and just being on a weight loss journey, it's not easy. Consistency is very hard. But again, one foot in front of the other. Same thing that I would say about fitness is the same thing I would say about finances. Faith and fitness and finances honestly go hand in hand. I feel like, because there are going to be times where you're tired and you don't feel like moving, you don't feel like exercising, you don't feel like eating right. Tanner and Real Pastor Wife Faith Filled Community Live 7 to 8:30 Eastern Standard, prayer, Bible, and laughter. Yes, you guys, if you guys are looking for a faith-filled community in early in the morning, 7 to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you connect with Melissa, Pastor's Wife. Going to tap you up for a little bit. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, friend. Yeah, I don't know what was up with my tapper. Like, I don't even know. We ain't even at 7K, y'all. I don't even know what is going on with the tapper. It's not doing the things, but I'm actually about to in my live though anyway. But I hope you guys were committed. I mean, I hope you guys are fired up when it comes down to your personal finances. I hope you guys, feel encouraged by the live. Again, you guys, it's, again, it's not easy. And it's not something that we could do overnight, but that's why we're trying to build a community on here. of like-minded individuals, that we're all trying to get our personal finances together, that we're, not judging, it's a safe space for us to talk about our personal finances, you guys. So, again, I hope that this live blessed you guys. And I'm just going to say a recap of what I talked about tonight, you guys. Couple things. Remember that release last week, whatever you were worried about last week, when it comes down to your personal finances, you're overspending, you're avoiding your numbers, you're feeling behind, release it, you guys. Alicia, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heartbeat, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Remember to release what you spent, last week. God's mercy, his mercies are new every morning. Okay. And two, reset your mind before your money. This is so true. RNG, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Reset your mind before your money. This is so true, you guys. Remember, if your mind is overwhelmed, your money will be too. Thank you so much for the Christmas tinies. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you so much, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Peace isn't something that you stumble into. It's something that you prepare for, y'all. And I'm going to say this again. Peace isn't something you stumble into. It's something you prepare for. Remember, reset your mind before your money. When it comes down to your money, right? We just need to reset our mind. Reset our mind before our money. Okay. And the third thing, and again, the biggest thing, thank you so much for sharing out the live, you guys, tapping it out. Sorry about the noise, you guys. Thank you so much. If this is the last, and I feel like the most important part, invite God into your finances. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to keep saying it. Invite God into your finances. God doesn't need perfection. He needs permission. Invite him into your finances so you don't have to carry it alone. It says Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed, you guys. I could tell y'all time and time again, me living check to check, barely have any savings, did it. But when I invited God into my finances, when I say, Lord, give me strength to be disciplined with the budget, give me strength to, to save my money, give me strength. God will give you strength. I promise you, you guys. You just got to take some time, sit at the feet in the altar of God. Make sure you invite him into your finances. I promise you, he will transform it. He will give you that raise that you never even thought about. All of the no's, the naysayers. Thank you so much for the nuggets. You welcome, friend. You welcome. RNG, welcome in, welcome in. I could just tell you guys the time and time again, the things that God has blessed me when it came down to my finances, when I didn't think I was going to get the raise, when I barely was living check to check, when I didn't think I was going to get the promotion, when I didn't. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. All of the things, but I invited God into my finances. I stayed on my hands and knees in prayer. I prayed about it. I said, Lord, you know my finances. You know my heart. Being a single mom of 3, you know that I needed to make more money. I needed to make sure that I'm taking care of my kids. And he increased it each and every time, you guys. So if you don't remember anything that I say on this live, if you don't remember the points or nothing, remember this last one. If you don't do anything, invite God into your finances. Commit to your goals for 2026. Write it down. Put it somewhere that you can see daily. Spend some time devotional. It don't have to be a lot of time, you guys, but spend some time. Create some habits and some routines to allow you to be better with your money. Put some systems in place for you to be better with your money. If you need any help with any of this, I have free resources, links in my bio, you guys. Welcome in. What would Joelle do? Welcome in, welcome in. I always have free resources for you guys. I have a faith and finance guide. It's 7 days to invite God into your finances. It's a simple, practical guide. It's free. It's in the bio. It has prayer prompts. It has, every day for 7 days, inviting God into how dealing with debt, inviting God into like the budget. So it has all of that. It's free resources in the bio, you guys. Make sure you check it out. And again, this live is always about prayer and preparation. I hope you guys are motivated. I hope you guys be thinking about how you want to transform your finances in 2026. And I'm going to say this short prayer. God, we thank you for this moment of reset, oh God. We released last week the stress, the pressure, the mistakes. We invite you into every decision and every dollar this week. Cover us with wisdom, with peace and provision. Let us move forward lighter and more aligned. In Jesus' name, I pray all of these things. Amen. I hope that this live touched and blessed each and every one of you guys, people that's watching on the replay on YouTube, on Facebook, and also TikTok. I truly appreciate you guys for coming in, for hanging out with your girl. If you have any questions or concerns for me, make sure you send me a message. Check out the free resources, you guys. If you really want to learn to put some more systems in place, if you want to, get some more information about one-on-one coaching, all the information will be in the bio, you guys. Again, it's late on the East Coast. I want you guys to walk into this week with commitment. I want you to walk into it being motivated, knowing that we can crush this week. So happy Sunday, you guys. Again, I will be on here tomorrow, Budget with Faith. Monday, we will be talking about our budgets, and we'll be talking about how we can walk into January, how we could do our budgets a little bit differently. So I want you guys to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you later.